Hey, awesome people. Mr. C back with you. We are in our fraction series. Very excited you are here with us today. Make sure if you learn anything new, click the like, click the subscribe button. Join us as we continue making math understandable and challenging. Today's video is our practice problems video for comparing two fractions with different denominators using a fraction model. Again, this is the practice problems video for comparing two fractions with different denominators using the fraction model. If you missed the teaching video, it is in the description below. Check that out. We also have all of our 4th grade fractions videos in a playlist in the description. 3rd grade playlist and the 2nd grade playlist are all available for you. Check out the description. Check out those videos. Get caught up. Get refreshed. Whatever you need to do. But join us. We are very excited you are here. We are going to jump into a few problems that is going to really challenge you and get you ready for what is coming next. Let's get started. All right, before we get started, make sure you have the correct mindset. Do you have a growth mindset right now? Are you ready for a challenge? Are you going to use your mistakes to help you get better? Or are you just going to give up? Okay, make sure you have a growth mindset. It means that you are going to persevere. Use your mistakes. Mistakes help our brain grow. Second thing I want to say is if you watched the teaching video, your first thoughts when you looked at this problem was, oh no, Mr. C has put another circle fraction model on the screen. Oh man, it went bad last time. Well, people, like I said, growth mindset. All right, I was like, you know what? I am going to put a circle fraction model for my first practice problem because I am going to draw a better fraction model this time. So, if you want to see how bad I did, check out the teaching video. It was really bad, so I'm going to practice it here today. All right, feel free to get started on this problem on your own. Pause me if you'd like and try it out. If you want to work alongside me here, the first thing I notice is that my fraction models are the same size. So that's number one. With that being the case, I am going to go ahead and set mine up. On the left here, I need to break it into 2 equal sections, and I'm going to color in one of those sections. There we go. So we've got 1/2 represented here. I'm even going to write that inside of the fraction model. Here's 1/2. And then on the right side, I'm going to go with a green color. We need 4 equal sections. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. And my numerator tells me to color in 1. So that is what I'm going to do. All right, here we go. We have 1/2 and we have 1/4, and we are comparing these two fractions. They have different denominators, which means that right now, the reason we had to draw this fraction model was it's really hard just to look at these two fractions and to say which one is bigger, all right? Mainly because you don't have a ton of experience. Some of you may already know how to compare it, and that's totally cool. The more you practice this, I promise you, you won't have to draw pictures eventually. The more you practice it, you won't have to draw pictures. But I always say this, don't be afraid of drawing pictures in math. Don't be afraid of using your fingers, all right? They are there to use. It's a strategy. Use it, okay? Whew. All right, let's do this. So if I look at these two fractions and I'm taking a look, notice that for 1/2, the piece is a lot larger than for 1/4. There is more colored in on this fraction model than on this one, so that tells me that 1/2 is greater than 1/4. There you go. How'd you do on this one? Did you make a mistake? If so, where is it? What'd you do? Did you draw your fraction model incorrectly? Did you make a mistake with your symbol. What was it? Find your mistake. All right, find it. It's really important that you can find your mistake. So my picture looked a lot better this time. All right, remember, I have a growth mindset too. My picture's looking a lot better. It ain't perfect, but man, does it look a lot better. Whew. All right. No more circles for me the rest of this video though. All right. Next problem we got for you. Let me put it up here on the screen. Next problem I've got for you is going to be 3/10 and 2/3. So notice my fraction models here. I'm actually going to scoot it over a little bit more. My fraction models here on the screen, they are the same size. So with that being the case, let's get to dividing it up. Feel free to pause me and do it on your own. If not, you can join alongside me. I need 10 equal sections here. So here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10 maybe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Notice again, my pieces aren't perfect by any means. The bigger your fraction gets, the more difficult it is to kind of draw it. I mean, that just makes sense. The more you have to draw, the more opportunities there are to make a mistake. Like, that's just kind of how it is. So let's color in 3/10 here. There we go. And on the right model, let's go with purple. We need 2/3. So here's a third. And here's a third. 1/3, 2/3, 3/3. Color it in. There we go. All right, what are you noticing about these two fractions? All right, what are you noticing? First off, hopefully you're noticing that 1/10 is a lot smaller than 1/3. All right, take a look at those two size pieces. A third, a fraction that is 1/3, is a lot bigger than a fraction that is 1/10. Okay, keep that in mind. This is part of that number sense. If you can start to visualize these fractions in your head, that is going to be awesome. All right, start making use of that number sense. Okay, that's going to be really, really important. So if I look at these two fractions and I look at our fraction models and I try to decide which of my comparison symbols is going to go in the middle here, which one are y'all choosing? Seems kind of really obvious to me. If you look here, you're probably like, Mr. C, there is only a little bit colored in, 3/10 colored in here on the left, and on the right, that's 2/3. That's a lot more, and you are exactly right, ladies and gentlemen. 3/10 is going to be less than 2/3. Let me say it again. 3/10 is less than 2/3. Pause, okay? Slow yourself down. Just because I'm going through these quickly, it doesn't matter. Math is not about speed. Where did you make a mistake? Where are you confused at? What doesn't make sense? If you can figure out those answers to those questions, you can ask for help. You can rewatch the video. You can practice on your own. All right? Do not give up. Have a growth mindset. All right? One more problem for you. Let's see how you handle this next one. All right, here is my final problem for you in this video. We've got two fractions. We've got 1/3. We've got 2/6. Hopefully, first thing you noticed was that my fraction models are the same size. My fraction models are the same size. That makes it really, really important because now I can compare them. Okay, let me draw these two fractions. Feel free to pause me and do it on your own. And I'm going to set mine up here. Notice I turned my model vertically this time. Everybody does it a little bit differently. That's why I try to do it as many ways as possible because, again, everybody sees and does math a little bit differently, and that's really stinking cool. All right, there is 1/3. And let's go with the blue color. Now we need 2/6. Oh, gotta change the pencil. There we go. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Let me double check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Boom. All right, numerator. That is 2. So let's color in 2 of the 6. There we go. All right, first thing I'm going to do here is I'm going to label these first sections, and I want you to take a look and tell me what you're noticing. What do you notice? Use that number sense. Do you notice that 1/3 is a lot bigger of a piece than 1/6? All right, that's important to know. Now, second thing I want you to notice is take a look here at these two fraction models. Something unique about this one. There's our comparison symbols. What are y'all noticing? Which of our symbols needs to go into this space right here? Well, ladies and gentlemen, take a look at this. To me, our fraction models is making it really clear that these two fractions, 1/3 and 2/6, are equal. These two fractions are equal fractions. They're equivalent fractions. All right? Just because their numerators and denominators are different doesn't mean that they can't be equal. Our fraction model here proves that to us, which is really, really cool, because in our videos coming up really soon, we're going to be talking about how to create equivalent fractions, or excuse me, how to compare fractions by doing some multiplication, and I'm really excited about that. On this problem here, if you made a mistake, rewatch it. Draw some on your own. Make up your own problems. The more you practice, the better you're going to get. The better your number sense is going to get on fractions. You're going to get to the point where you don't have to draw these pictures. Okay, you're going to get to the point where you can just do this type of stuff in your head. And I'm excited for you to get there. But don't rush it. If you made a mistake, find it. Don't give up. All right? Make sure, if you learned anything new, click the like and subscribe button. Join us as we continue making math understandable and challenging. Thanks for tuning into this video. That's all I have for you today. Mr. C, out.